Tulsa's #1 podcast.
It's showtime, baby.
It's Castro X, Eyes Open, dubbed the home of the emotionally naked. A podcast about anything and everything. If you don't like it, with all due respect, fuck you.
I'm about to lasso Castro the asshole, turn him into mincemeat for a ramen casserole. Feed it to a thick booty bad bitch. She'll fucking kill me if I try to feed her cabbage. Pussy fried catfish.
Yo, it's your man King Castro X coming at y'all live and direct with the With All Due Respect podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. We in the building, we in the booth. You know what I mean? Look at all these smiley faces surrounding me after we all caught the coronavirus.
Smiley face.
Smile, motherfucker. I got a very special guest in the building with me today, man. Two very special guests, but one of them co-hosting, you know what I'm saying? In the booth, in the building.
Some shit, yeah.
Yeah. That boy Gavin himself, he back.
Fucking finally, bro.
It's big, that's what I'm saying. This is weird right now for me to be back. Kevin's over there just big smiling and shit. You know what I'm saying?
We took a couple weeks off for Christmas and stuff, and then I got sick, and then you got sick.
So we haven't even really chopped it up since Christmas.
Nah, dude.
We got a lot to go over. Anyway, special guest in the building, man. My main man, Mr. Rosco, King Rosco, Rosco the God, Rosco the GOAT in the building.
Rosco the God.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thanos. You know what I'm saying? What's good, bro? How you doing?
What's up, buddy? It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too. This your first time on the video.
It is, yeah.
You know what I mean? Tried to get you some video interviews a while back that didn't pop off.
No, that's all right.
Shout out to wife here, man. Take care of that. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna make us look small on video.
He big.
I just
I make
realized
everybody
that.
look small.
I had Russell in here. Russell's a big dude from the Oki podcast. I had him in here the other day. Or last time we were here.
Sorry,
You know what I'm
Castro's
saying?
catching up.
Joe been feeding my ass. Anyway, what the fuck's been up? You know what I mean? Let's catch up.
What's up, bro?
Man, coronavirus.
Yeah,
what I'm
you got that Rona?
Half-ass. Like I said, I didn't have any symptoms. My lady definitely went through it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just had the temperature and the headache. But didn't get to see anybody. I was really sad when I had to cancel the podcast. Couldn't go out and rap or nothing like that. That's what I like to do with my time. But, you know, we had a lot of cuddle sessions. We've been binging all 7 movies of the Saw, you know what I'm saying, line up.
Shit.
I've been rewatching all the Avengers and shit, all the
I'm
Marvel.
trying to get Joe to get into it.
Dude, I got the Disney Plus, and I just fucking went in timeline order. I'm like almost done.
Let me get your account info.
I only got it for like 3 more days.
Yeah, I've been trying to get Joe into it, man. We went and saw that Spider-Man just a while back.
Oh, don't say no spoilers, man. I ain't seen it yet.
I ain't gonna tell you nothing. It was a good
I
movie.
ain't seen it yet.
Yeah, we about to go see that Batman.
We are about to go see that shit.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I saw
for it.
House of fucking Gucci.
How was that?
It was fucking terrible.
Really?
I fucking sat through like 3 hours of my day wasted.
It's gotta be super boring.
I didn't know it was a 3-hour-long movie either, so it
Yeah.
just ruined my entire Saturday.
I
Like,
heard
fucked
that
up.
driver was good in it.
Is it about Gucci? Like
it's about Gucci, but like they should have
Fucking
cut out
found
half
and
of the
shit, right?
movie. Lady Gaga and their accents go in and out the entire movie, and it's
Ain't there
fucking
some murder shit in
distracting.
it too? Didn't somebody get murdered?
Yeah, like at the fucking end,
Yeah, yeah.
and I guess the end, like at the beginning of the first
so that's
5
the
minutes.
only piece of action you got in that whole movie.
Well, like
Well,
Lady
it's not an action
Gaga.
movie. It's about Gucci. I mean,
There's a pretty
Rich
graphic
fuckers
sex scene
got
with
the
Adam
action.
Driver and Lady Gaga. It was all right.
It's a lesbian sex scene.
No,
Abby Driver's a dude.
Adam Driver.
Oh, I think you said Abby. I
He
was
played
fucking
Kylo Ren in-
Driver.
yeah, it's Kylo Ren.
It's a good porno name though. Driver. Adam Driver.
Kind of looks like a porn star, man.
Well,
He's
he's
got
very
that
ugly.
look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Kylo Ren.
I haven't seen him.
He'd be-
Oh yeah,
he'd be
Abby
filming
is
from up
fucking.
here.
He's Kylo Ren. You know who he is.
Yeah, I've seen that.
He got started on Girls, that show on HBO.
How was coronavirus for you, man?
It was fucked up. It's
Tell us
fucked
about
up,
it.
bro. Like, I've realized I'm living with the fucking gangster in my house. Like, I
Did
forget
Chris
sometimes.
catch it as well? Or?
She got sick, but of course, like, she was fine like 3 days later. You know, I'm sick for 2 weeks. Like, oh my God,
Shout
I
out to
can't.
Chris.
Blah, blah, blah. So I'm in the kitchen, and I'm fucking sick as fuck, and all this shit's going wrong, and I haven't seen anybody in forever. And so, like, I'm, like, crying in the fucking kitchen. You know what I mean? Trying to do dishes, like, breaking down. And she comes in, and I'm like, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. And she just starts laughing at me. She just starts fucking laughing at me.
Did you
And I was
deserve
like-
the laugh, though?
Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, I guess another side effect of Corona is being a little bitch. I fucking forgot. So,
I will admit the one time I had this, you know what I mean, side effects, that one day I became a complete baby. I curled up on
Yeah,
it.
men don't
I
do
had
well when
2
we're sick.
moments where I was
Yeah.
a little baby, bro.
We
Men
get
don't
to
do well when we're sick, dude. When
We
I
are
was sick-
bitches, bro.
Remember when I broke my
100%.
ribs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, it was like a week of just like me just laying in a chair and Katie.
Did you ever get that shit looked at Anything like
can't
that?
do
It just
ribs.
heals. I've had my ribs broken 3 times.
You can't do
Back
nothing.
to Saul. Yo, this motherfucker was in a device. Bitch's ribs got ripped off. Have you seen Saul, Kevin?
No, I haven't seen most of them.
You haven't? You my guy for this. I need you to
first
be
one's
on
like
it.
I haven't seen them either, bro.
Right.
Like, I heard it's cheesy.
Low-key, they were all fire except the last one was ass. They made 6 fire-ass films. And then the last one was just boo. They switched directors and it was...
Didn't Chris Rock have something to do with that last one?
he wasn't in it.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was in that
yeah.
Spiral movie, that last one.
It's like a
hates.
prequel, right?
Yeah. I
Spinal?
don't know what it is exactly. Yeah, it's called Spiral, and it's like the last. It's.
Because I know they
It's in that
released
Saw
Jigsaw.
universe. I don't know
You know what I'm
exactly
saying?
how
I
it
ain't
works.
even know. I guess we're going...
I think it's weird how they try and get you to sympathize with Jigsaw. He's like, well, I never killed anybody.
Low-key...
Motherfucker, yes, you did.
But check this out. Like, let me say, he very much gave me the Thanos vibe, though, where I found myself quite, like, I mean, he kind of right, though. This dude is a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, multiple times.
Yeah,
where
but-
Thanos is like, eliminate half of the universe and it'll be a better place. And I'm like,
Yeah,
Just
but no
control.
one man, especially, no one man gets to appoint himself judge, jury, and executioner. That's
There you go.
bullshit.
except Batman.
Well, I mean, even he don't kill him.
He's judge and jury.
That's a
Batman don't
good
kill.
point.
And vengeance. That's him. That's how he's doing. You know what I mean? Fuck else has been up. You went to Vegas?
I went to Vegas, man. Vegas was fucking, oh my God. Like,
Now, I told you guys to bring me back a souvenir, so I'm waiting.
I got a fanny pack if you want one. That's how drunk I got.
What I enjoyed the most from your
So
trip
Chris,
that I've
too.
been involved with thus far is when you guys posted your pictures looking all cyberpunky and shit. What inspired that vibe?
We were fucking wasted the entire time and just bought all the shit because there's only like 3 things to do. You can like gamble,
Yeah.
you can get drinks all day for free.
You can buy prostitutes.
We weren't in
Outside of Vegas.
You have to go to the Bunny
word.
Ranch, like not actually.
I
like,
saw the HBO.
Weed's totally legal.
Series, Bunny
Cat
Ranch.
House.
Yeah.
I didn't know weed was legal because I heard in Vegas like anything was cool but weed.
Yeah, a few years back, it was a felony. Like, just if you got caught with a joint. it's a
Weed's not
felony.
legal there.
Now you show your.
It is now.
Don't worry about it. Nah, I think it's a package.
Oh. So now you just show your fucking ID and they let you in. Now there's like armed guards and shit out there, and then there's street performers like in the middle, like out,
Did you
just
see
taking
some
pictures.
cosplayers? Last time I went, I saw.
I saw some
Spider-Man.
Vegas girls, like where they wear the Vegas shit, and it's all showgirls were out there, but their boots were beat to shit. I mean, we were like downtown where it was grimy, bro, and we loved every second.
Did you
of
get
it.
any-
Old Vegas.
Old Vegas?
Yeah.
Did you get into any sketchy shit?
Yeah, so there were some protesters, and they were like, "Prostitutes don't love you," and Chris started screaming at them and shit.
Did
Oh, I think,
Yeah.
she posted something about that.
She posted, and I thought I was filming it, but she was screaming at him, and I flicked a lit cigarette at the guy's face, which is
Intentionally?
Yeah,
Were you fucked up?
yeah.
This gangster fucker.
Look at those balls on
I
this
flicked
man.
a cigarette
Go
in his
ahead.
face and a lit cigarette, and I'm like, "Let's go!" And I thought I got it on camera, and I actually hit stop record when I did it, and I was like, "Ah, fuck, that was assault," and I didn't even get it on camera. Allegedly, I did all this, but it
I
was a
didn't get
good
myself
fucking.
assaulting someone on camera. Darn it.
I wanted to send it to the homies, like, you know, it was a good time, but Chris loved it. She was like, "I love you so much. That was so hot." So, you know, it was all
How was
good.
how was the food?
We
Always
went
gotta
to
know
this.
about food.
We went to this Thai place. It's supposed to be one of the best Thai places in America.
Okay.
It fucking came through.
What were those prices?
Like it was good. It was expensive as fuck.
Yeah, they was hitting.
It was
the
expensive.
buffets, man.
We didn't hit the buffets.
That's
Now
probably
on
what I'd have been.
on the strip that we were on, the downtown strip. Of course we're getting drunk, so the whole time it's just bing bong all day. That's all we're fucking saying while we're hitting the slots and shit. And then there was this hot dog place. So anytime we won money, it was glizzy money. So that's all you were hearing was bing bong, glizzy money, like for 3 fucking days straight.
And this was for Asher's 21st, right?
Yeah, he got to go to Vegas for his 21st.
How'd
Like,
he do?
he was great.
Yeah,
He handled his
it.
shit.
Are you proud?
I'm so proud. He had a few moments.
So Asher's his little brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a part of the Courtyard Kids. It's a rock band. I
Yeah,
think,
they're
you
like
know,
rock band.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
You've met Asher too, motherfucker. You know what I mean? He's been at almost every With All Due Respect live.
I think was he the one who was gonna get laid that night? And
That was my cousin, Lil DJ.
Oh, okay.
They look similar.
singular.
Similar. They do.
Jesus, Castro.
He's a little emo looking kid. You know what I'm saying?
The name,
Yeah.
the Asher name.
How
The
you
only other Asher
21
was
and you
Asher
still
Rock.
dress like you emo though? You know what I mean?
It works apparently.
I thought that shit phases out. Like, you know, that's not a style.
Well, it's like an
grown
e-boy
man.
thing now. That's the thing.
Speaking of Vegas, did you guys see this new thing that they're doing in Vegas? This festival with all these like 90s, early 2000s, like Breaking Benjamin and all these.
MCR and every.
They're just getting a bunch of groups together.
It's like one day.
It's like 50 bands.
I saw something about that. It's mostly a bunch of emo bands and stuff.
That's exactly
But
what it is. That's why I brought it up.
I saw somebody else posting, "Oh, this is going to be one of those things where they're just playing their music. They're not getting all these bands over there." And I don't know if that's true or not.
So they just playing the tunes. You show up to a venue.
I heard it both ways.
It was just
saw
all
the
over my
flyer
timeline
for it,
yesterday.
And then saw some comments where people were like, "It's not really. They're not all showing up. It's like, then what's the fucking point?"
Speaking of the emo phase out, if you will, you know what I'm saying? I saw some early pictures of Kevin as well.
Oh,
Have
do you have
seen
the
these?
phase?
Bro had long fucking hair and all kinds.
Were
He
you
was
pretty?
looking nice.
Yeah, you were
He
pretty.
was killing it. He didn't have
There's
the
nothing worse than an emo ginger, though, man.
Asher.
Yeah.
Asher seems like he'd have red. Is he redheaded?
His dad's redheaded.
Yeah, he seems like a redhead motherfucker.
Yeah.
He does. You know what I mean?
He seems redheaded.
So tell me about this. Tell me about this new mic down at the Cellar Dweller. Shout out JB Watkins, man. He taking off. You know, back to Chicago.
Yeah, JB's heading to Chicago. There's a new mic every Sunday at signups at 8. Cellar Dweller downtown. Oh, y'all ever been there, man? This is the spot.
I have.
It is like the.
They used to do dungeon parties there.
It's so 70s, man. Yeah, because like you walk down there, there's nothing but red lights. There's not any other color light in the whole room, and it's a basement, and it's just a cool.
It reminds me of like where mobsters would go to have business meetings.
Yeah, either that or like you remember that scene in Blade whenever they go into that club, that EDM club at the very beginning, he just starts killing everybody.
I do.
It's just like that. Like
Shout out Wesley Snipes. Come back. Where have you been?
Fuck Wesley Snipes. They're making a new Blade movie, and I think he's involved in it. So.
Is he?
Yeah.
But he's not Blade though. Right?
No, they got a new guy to play Blade. I think maybe he's involved with it some way. But anyway, it's a fucking kick-ass little room. I like it a lot. It's fun. And
how's the audience in there? Because I've been there twice. The first time I went there, it was just to drink.
Yeah.
The second time I went there was to see Hector Altarez.
Oh, man, Hector's great. I love Hector.
Shout out Hector, man. The Mule, I think is his group, his band.
Yeah.
I may be fucking incorrect.
I have actually never seen him play music, but I love the guy.
He's pretty cool.
They're
He's a
good.
sweetheart. He comes out to all the comedy shit.
He does, and
know what I
we shot a scene for Terrible People, which will be coming out this spring, Amazon Prime. Yeah.
I'm not sponsored.
I saw that,
by
man. I saw that trailer.
Yeah, it looks good,
was
right?
good
Yeah, the trailer was fire.
Yeah,
the trailer
man,
was fire. Bradley
I
and
helped-
Landry's little, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
scene.
I helped write it. I've ran the camera. I've ran the mic. I've done a little bit of everything on that show, so I'm super excited. I got IMDb credits now, so that's cool.
See, that's absolutely crazy. How long ago did you start comedy, man? It wasn't too long ago.
About a year and a half.
About a year and a half, and now you already have credits to IMDb. How's
Well,
that
man,
shit feel?
it's been a lot of work and a lot of broke. I mean,
When
you
we
know, don't
first
make no money
met,
doing this.
that's when you got onto the Amazon. It's like right when we first linked.
Yeah, I mean, how long ago did we start writing that? Is that what you asked? What'd you ask?
No, I'm just making
Yeah,
this a
like
statement.
it was. I got brought in to do the rewrites, so that was probably almost a year ago. Whenever we started doing rewrites on everything, and we had to do some venue changes and stuff because the place we were shooting, we weren't allowed to shoot at anymore. But it's just been, I love Landry Miller. Shout out to Landry.
Shout out. Sounds too.
Landry's just been super helpful for me. You know, for Landry being 28 years old, you know, he's been in comedy for 15 years. You know, he started at like 12 years old doing comedy, which is crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. But he's done everything. He's worked for Conan and worked on
BoJack
Horseman, and he's just a fucking genius,
He
man.
loves when we plug that shit.
He's a super writer. And so I'm super blessed to have him as a friend.
He pretty dope, man. All of y'all are very,
Now,
you know what I'm saying, special.
You said you've done all kinds of stuff working on a show and things. Like, I know a little bit more about it and stuff, but tell people, like, how long, you know, people don't know. They think you, like, shoot something, you put it out, like, a week later.
Oh, no.
Like, there's between pre-production from writing and stuff until airtime can be years.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, they started working on this show probably about a year and a half ago. Landry basically outlined everything. Like, this is what's going to happen throughout the entire storyline for season 1. and then they sat down and started writing it. They wrote, the all 8 episodes, and then I came in on the rewrites. So you come in on the rewrites, change things up, because once they've got a cast and everything, you've got to have, the right feeling for each person. Because certain people in the show wouldn't say things that were originally written, and so on and so forth. So you go through, you do all the rewrites, and to shoot one episode can take 2 or 3 weeks. It kind of depends on the scheduling and that kind of thing. But we shot, 4 days a week for. They're still shooting. They're still shooting, finishing up right now.
Talk to me a little bit about the writing process, man. Because as I said, I know you've been doing that for quite some time now. What's that like? You know what I mean?
I think the biggest thing with writing, and particularly in comedy, is particularly if you're writing for a show, it's about finding the voice of the character and not projecting your own voice on that character. So you've got to know. I'll just give a quick, for instance, Zahava's character in the show is like this alcoholic bitch. And if you know Zahava, she's not that. She's kind of the opposite of that. But writing, you got to write for that character, not who Zahava is and not who you are and what you feel. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
You put yourself into that mind.
Yeah, and it's a little more difficult, man. Sitting down and writing jokes is one thing, but sitting down and writing jokes that are relevant to a storyline is completely different. So it's really all about timing and also the group of people that you write with. Because I never, I didn't write the entire story or even, maybe a tenth of it. But it's sitting down in a room with people that think like you do and bringing those ideas together to mesh to make a big story.
I've never written something myself, but I have helped punch up projects, do rewrites and stuff like you were talking about. And then usually with some, like what I do, we come in around like storyboarding time when we're figuring out like shots and blocking and stuff.
Sure. Like the video?
Do what?
The video side of things?
Yeah, well, pre-production for it. You got to plan out your shots and your block, where your actors are going to move and things like that, and how you want to shoot it, and
like storyboard.
Yeah, you remember how I showed you those sketches I drew up for the rap battle?
Yeah.
That's storyboarding.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a super important part. They do that on Marvel productions. Yeah, that's how you
narrative.
That's how you realize where the camera's going to come through the shot and all these sorts of things. Where you're going to put your mic so that you can pick up everybody's voice and not have it on camera. It's a lot of.
That'd be mostly the director and the DP figuring that out.
Yeah.
So I got to we got to watch the trailer. Really dope trailer.
Yeah, really funny.
But I still don't know the whole. Like, what's the story about? Tell us a little bit about the story.
The storyline is basically that Landry and Brad's characters are both broke, and they have these in their garage. They have these barrels of essential oils that have been in there for years. And they're like, well, we got to make some money. How are we going to make some money? So they start bottling the essential oils to sell them. There's a lot of really funny shit about, like basically a mob boss that's in town that wants his cut of the money. And it's the story of them putting together the sales team and them going out and selling, and the hijinks ensue.
Man, I saw behind the scenes, man, I think my boy Zarmajan Todd Zarmajan. He's a black actor. I think he was in one of the extras. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's a good possibility, man. I was also in one of the scenes too, where Bradley's character meets Zahava's character at a poker game, and we catch them both trying to cheat.
Is Snoopy? What's her name?
Sloopy.
Sloopy. Is she
a
in charge of the
very integral part of it?
Is she?
She also she directed a couple of the episodes, as well as the fact that she's one of the co-stars of it.
That's what's up.
It's super intriguing to me, being someone who wants to do this kind of stuff. I got a screenplay I'm working on right now, but I've never done a narrative piece before. This would be my first one. Everything else has been like music videos or projects for other people and stuff.
Right.
This would be the first thing that.
Didn't you just make a post about this shit? You looking for actors?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
Yeah, but you have a good eye, man. I feel like that's the thing that I find with you is that whenever I see your videos, you've always got a good eye on where to be, the lighting and that sort of thing.
Agree.
I can see that you, as far as your
photography background.
as far as your photography, as far as your videography goes, you got a real sharp eye, man.
You nasty, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And it's important that you got to know, like with comedy and shit, just like with comedy, any kind of writing, like you got to know what you're good at and what you're not good at, so that you can find the places, the things you're not good at, and find somebody that is good at it and lean on them.
Yeah.
So
I don't like with the rap battle. I like handling the look of it. So like I want to light it, I want to help shoot it, I want to be in charge of the color grade, and then when I hand it off and have somebody else chop it up and put it together.
right,
I don't like doing that part of it. It's not my strong suit.
editing.
Yeah. Besides the color grading part of it.
I mean, but even past that, like when it comes to this, like I mean, you're the eyes behind you. What makes, you know what I'm saying, the fucking project come all together.
Yeah, this is always a beautiful looking podcast. I mean, I
100%.
watched it.
It's cool to go back and see the how it evolves from episode to episode.
From step one with Evan Hughes.
I mean, yeah, with Evan
on the
Hughes,
video
yeah,
side, yeah.
One little single shots of you guys panning back and forth against the white walls and everything. And
Yeah, man,
evolved
you
setting
brought
up
this
the-
shit together, man.
Bro, the first time I saw that wall,
Involving the lighting. Even this episode, that's the first time I've incorporated this blue light over here on the side of Gavin.
see, I
hitting
didn't
from
even
the side
notice.
over
He's
there,
got
yeah.
things going on.
Little Fresnel to help separate him from the backdrop.
So, yeah, I mean, back to it. My bad.
Yeah,
y'all.
that's
Here we got all
Yeah,
into
you're
it.
off topic.
Kevin's so
I-
amazing.
It's also super intriguing to me too, because I don't know any of this stuff either, right? Like I'm not by any means an actor or any of those things, but I'm learning all this stuff myself. You know, this is stuff that I'd never done before either. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a pretty decent writer when it comes to comedy. I can write good jokes, and I'm really good at roasts. I can write roasts
Facts.
like fire. So, you know, that sort of thing is a lot different than writing any kind of script or anything. So I'm learning too, and I don't pretend to know it all, and I don't. But I just want to learn every day, and to be given those opportunities. You know, I've only been doing comedy for a year and a half, but I think I've been funny for a long time. So it makes a difference.
Let me talk to you a little bit about that, man. So you've only been doing comedy a year and a half. I've got to watch a lot of that progress. What are some personal lessons that you've learned in your little bit of time of doing comedy? Because you went from the beginning, you know what I'm saying, here in the Tulsa scene to you know you're the dude, you know what I'm saying, orchestrating the hell out of these shows and things like that. You know what I mean?
I think the first most important lesson is you ain't gonna make any money doing it. At least not at the beginning. You know, I mean, there's people that have been doing this 15 years that still don't make much money.
Right.
You know what I mean? I also figured out really quickly that you got to promote yourself. Nobody else is going to do that for you. So, you know, you got to be willing to put yourself out there. You know, like you were talking about the shows that I do. They're fun and I love them, but they're a lot of work. And if you don't put in the work or the time, you're just not going to go anywhere with it. You know what I mean? So, I think that's the biggest lesson I've learned is just, you know, you get in what you put in. And so I just do my best to constantly be working on something. If I'm not working on a show, I'm writing stuff, and if I'm not doing that, then I'm helping others out. Because that's another thing too, is I figured out real quick, having funny friends really helps, man. You know, surrounding yourself with people who are on the same level as you or better. Because I want to be around people that are better than me as
makes
comics.
you step up.
You know, people like Lenny Van Horn from Oklahoma City, or Julie Drake.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, some of these people have been doing it a long time. Landry, like I said, you know, they've been doing it. They're doing shows in big clubs all over the U.S. and I want to be with those people because I know that they're going to make me work harder. You know, if you see somebody that's better than you at something, it pushes you.
I definitely agree, man. It makes you step up 100%. You feel me? So you are taking over the Cellar Dweller now.
Yeah, I'll be taking over the Cellar Dweller mic for JB whenever he leaves for Chicago.
So that's
It's not just me though. It's also Cepeda Cheeks is going to co-host with me.
Oh, dope. Shout out
Which is
Cepeda.
great.
He's actually going to be battling for us on the 29th.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Cepeda's fucking funny.
Bro.
Yeah, I know he's going up against Sam Price. This is going to
Sam
be.
Price.
If it's not a funny battle, I'm going to be sorely disappointed because both those guys are funny motherfuckers.
So I made both of them because I didn't know they had battle or rapping experience,
heard.
period. You know what I'm saying? I made them send in a little 90-second clip. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably release that on the podcast.
I want to see that.
Later. They went in, bro. You know what I'm saying? He had a line talking about, I set up a tripod, Castro. Now we both do stand up or some shit. He had some bars, man. He had some bars for sure. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to kill a friend. Shout out to YMB Nelly or whatever the fuck his name is. You know, the murder on my mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, shout out to them, man. That's the battle I'm second most excited for, man. So that's gonna be crazy.
Pause. I got a quick question
Pause.
for Gavin. Is Is your vape pen inside of a Chinese finger trap?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, bro. I put it on here.
I was just curious.
Do you ever put your penis in one end and have your girlfriend put her finger in the other and just yank on it a little bit?
You know, I've definitely thought.
Give it a go, bro.
Some fucked up shit to do with this.
Yeah.
But I haven't done anything yet. I mean, feel that. You want that on your cock, bro?
Well, the quick answer is
Feel
yes. No, the answer is yes.
Feel it. It's
No, I need
scratchy
to
as
feel
fuck. What are you into?
Dude, I'm into some crazy
The
shit,
tip. Feel
man.
the tip.
So
Just the
I
tip.
keep bringing up the Sweat Cellar Dweller for a reason, man. Gavin wants to get into stand up. The
I'll
Cellar
do it, bro.
Dweller is literally right here to him. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you said I heard it was right next door to you. So,
No excuses, man. If they're doing an open
What's
mic
good?
next to my house, like if I'm a fucking
I think
bitch
it's
made
about that
motherfucker,
time.
I'm
so
fucking
here's the
doing it.
thing about stand up. It's not difficult to do stand up. It's difficult to be funny consistently.
Over and over.
Yeah, so it's not about coming in and having 10 minutes of funny shit, because you won't. It's just that simple. And you don't know how funny it is until you say it in front of a room full of people.
Right.
And the crowd.
Yeah,
Depends on the crowd.
Every crowd is different. It's a symbiotic relationship.
It
The crowd
sure
has to
is.
give you
Well,
energy, or if you got a shit.
Comedy
crowd,
is subjective, right? Like, so
Yeah.
what I think is funny may not be what you guys think is funny. And I found that out through trial and error. I mean, you know, I had lots of jokes that I thought were really fucking funny. You take it out and do it in front of a crowd, it's not funny.
Right.
You know, our good friend Sophia Starr told me pretty early on that because we started working rooms together, she would say, if you can make the woman laugh at a table, then the man will laugh. But if you make the man laugh, that doesn't necessarily mean the woman's going to laugh. So, you know, there's a lot of different intricacies to being a comedian, but you just got to go out and do it, man. Like,
Yeah.
It's that simple. Like, and don't be afraid, because there's nothing to be afraid of. We're not.
It's strangers, man. Like, you know what I mean? Except for your fellow comedians, you know. Like,
Yeah, but a comedian is your toughest crowd, because
Right.
comedians.
They do this shit.
Well, yeah, and I mean, a lot of us laugh easily, right? But then, if I've heard the same joke 30 times, which is what happens when you do stand-up, you know, you hear the same jokes over and over from different comedians. Eventually, I'm not going to laugh at that joke like I did the first 5 times I heard it, you know? But you're also building that set every time you go up. It may just be 1 or 2 words that you move around, but they make a difference.
adding little tags.
Sure, yeah. I mean, that's constantly what you're doing. It's really nice now, too, that you can listen to all these podcasts and stuff with all these other comedians. And
Which I'm constantly doing.
sure, the terminology is out there. Anything that you want to do with comedy, you can do. The real problem with comedy is to not step on other people's jokes, stuff that, you know, you hear one comedian say something, you think, oh, that's funny. And so you try to write something like it, but it can't be the same.
It's like stealing jokes, essentially.
Yeah, I mean,
You're taking a long
every
road
joke has
stealing
been
jokes.
done, but it's not necessarily the joke, it's how you deliver the joke. It's your take on it. But it has to be yours.
You mentioned being consistently funny earlier. I think that's the thing with, because, you know, I do stand up every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the thing. And when it comes to the writing process, that's the hardest part I've had. Like, I got these 5 or 6, you know what I'm saying, 7 jokes where it's like, all right, now I know these work.
Oh, yeah.
But coming up, shout out to the Kool-Aid Man joke. You know what I'm saying? Coming up with the next joke. You know what I'm saying? Talk to us a little bit about your creative writing process to make sure you just hitting it.
Well,
Is it just getting up, going, and trying it constantly?
well, sure, it's that. I used to, you know, you see my notebooks. I always got my notebooks, and I filled up 3 composition notebooks in, I don't know, 6 months, 8 months. And that's what I used to do. But now I'll come up with something funny, and I'll just put it in my phone. I'll just text it to myself or something, and I'll try it out at a mic and see if it works. And if it does, then I can just build on it every time I go up. Because if I look at my set list on my phone, it's only 1 or 2 words for each joke. I mean, you can see it. It says dick, pussy, shit jokes, locked up, BDSM, gay Republicans, Trump. I'm not writing down the whole jokes except for the first few times that I do them. And once they're in my mind, all I need is a cue to bring that joke back to me. I don't need the whole fucking joke written out. But you see all my new jokes are written out in long form. It's every fucking word that I want to say. So, you know, it's about writing. It's about putting your thoughts on paper and then saying it in front of a room of people. And, you know, I always bounce most of my shit off of Katie first. And if she doesn't like it, then I know it's funny. So then I'll do it on stage.
Shout out to
shit.
Katie,
Yeah.
man.
That's
She's
a good formula.
Katie's consistently been my favorite audience member since day one.
She's
dope.
fun, man.
I know to kill.
Super blessed.
In order to kill for her, all I gotta do is say butthole. You know what I'm saying?
Butthole. Yep.
With ease.
She does love when you say
anytime.
butthole.
She dies.
I've always been a super comedy nerd, and a lot of what I've heard stand-up comics say is another thing that you really got to do is just get out there, open mic, whatever, go practice your jokes and stuff, get that shit worked out because it's not gonna come off right the first time or whatever. You got to feel it out and see what's gonna work, what's not gonna work, and that's why like comedians like Dave Chappelle will take everybody's phone at a show. Because they want to be able to try out new stuff and practice stuff without it getting out there before they do a special or something.
All the legit comedy shows I went to, they make you lock up your phone. How long did you like have to suck a bag of dicks for though, before like you got good and you got in with everybody?
I was like, "Where's this going?"
So
I was like, "Yo."
So I think I was accepted pretty early.
Not that kind of
here in Tulsa, especially. When I was in Chicago for a little bit, and it was a little tougher there. But Chicago's like.
It's a comedy mecca, basically.
Yeah, I mean
It's
it's
the second city there.
that's why I moved to Chicago is to go to Second City, and everything shut down because of Corona. But I think that Tulsa, like it's amazing. So like I've spent time in St. Louis and Dallas and Chicago and just I've been to a lot of places, and Tulsa has the best comedy scene of any of them.
Wow.
That's better than Chicago.
That's crazy.
And because it's accepting. There's open mics 4 or 5 nights a week here. If you want to go up, you can go up. There's tons of shows going on.
So
You're not going to get rich here, but
the
you
comedy
can learn.
scene is better than anywhere else.
In my
It's
opinion.
the comedians. It's
No,
the
but
comedy
we do
scene.
have some damn good comedians
We
here,
do.
and that's what's so
Mostly
amazing.
women. We got some killer chicks.
Women are funny.
Shout out to Joe Miller,
Joe, Ali Shay, Brittany,
Alex
Golden.
Miller,
women are funny.
Katie Style. Women ain't funny. Katie Style, Joe Miller.
I'm just kidding. You know I love all those girls. I think they're all funny.
That other girl you said, what's her name? Fucking
Which one?
Julie Drake.
Oh, Drake.
Crazy.
Love the Drake.
Crazy. That show you guys put on over there at Bar 46.
Yeah.
She headlined.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Remember when she got on, shout out to Chris. You know what I'm saying? Whenever she got on Chris's ass.
I do remember that.
Good times. Good
Yeah.
times.
I do remember her
Inside shit. My
getting
fault,
right
sorry.
up in his ass.
Anyway, continue.
I mean, I just think that the group here, the people that are here, are very loving and are willing to do anything for you. Ethan Sandoval and I got together and wrote. Josiah and I used to get together and write. JB and I have gotten together to write. But the thing is just being able to go and really bounce stuff off of these people because I respect their opinions.
That's huge.
But you do have to get up, like you said. That's the point I was getting to is that you have to get up. And
Sorry.
No, I'm
I get
just
excited sometimes.
no, it's good, man. I'm just making the point
We haven't
that
done
you
this
have
in
to
a few
go to mics. I took about 3 months where I was just not going out to mics or anything, and then I went up and I had a show, and JB was like, dude, you got to get out to these mics. You know, you stumbled left and right. Like, you know, my joke still hit or whatever, but you can tell
You're cold.
I was cold because I just hadn't been going to mics, and so I put it on myself that I'm going to hit at least 2 mics a week this year, and I've been doing that consistently.
It's pretty decent.
And you have to, but you could get up 4 or 5 nights a week here. Like, it's not a problem. There's mics Sunday night, Monday night, Wednesday night. I think there's one on Thursday and there's one
That's
on
how the music
Fridays.
scene around here used to be.
The music scene is booming as well.
I don't know what it's like anymore. I'm not a part of it.
But I will say, because you know, behind the scenes, the comedy scene, man, it's been so supportive to me from day one. You know what I'm saying? That's the
But
part.
you supported us too. in
Had
that same vein.
to. Got a love for what y'all do first and
Yeah,
foremost,
I've
and
heard
then
people. Somebody on the show, I think one time I think it was the first show we did on video. I think it was Evan Hughes was talking about how
that is a Red Bull.
somebody was saying that the comedy scene is cliquey. And
There
I
are
don't
little
think
groups.
that's it. I think it's just more a little bit tight knit because people are accepting of each other and stuff. And if
I mean, I feel like
Major
and correct me if I'm wrong.
So it
You
is
find your tribe. You know what I'm saying? Those that
Sure.
you kind of run with. Those that
Sure.
you know what I mean have similar comedy. Like Rosco. You know what I'm saying? That a lot of us that run with him were dirty. You know what I mean? We got dirty jokes, and it just kind of works. Tell us in your words what you think. Man.
Well, I mean, what you were saying about clickiness, I heard a lot of that when I first
That's what I mean.
started going out here. I heard a lot of people say, "Oh, it's super clicky," and maybe I see that to a point. There are maybe 2 or 3 factions of comedians around here, but I will say, at least for me, I just treat everybody with respect, and if I don't like you, I don't fuck with you, then I just don't fuck with you. Like, I won't ever be rude to you. I'm not going to talk shit about you on a podcast. I'm just going to just keep my feelings to myself. And once again, comedy's subjective. So some of these comedians I just may not think are funny. And, you know, like if I don't think they're funny, it doesn't mean they're necessarily not funny. It just means I don't think they're funny.
Right.
And so I just to stay away from them. I mean, yes, our group is probably the dirtier group, maybe, but I think we've had this conversation before on water that I think that there should be nothing off limits in comedy.
I agree.
There's no joke that you shouldn't be able to say.
Fuck you, nigga.
If I make a joke about a trans person, it's not directed at you. You know what I mean? It's a fucking joke. They're all jokes. That's something that we always say whenever we go up to do our shows, because I do a lot of VFW shows, and you know, I'm in a room with 40 to 60-year-old men and women, and so like some of my shit is a little iffy, but I let them know straight up, these are jokes. If you're offended by them, the door's right there. Feel free to leave, because nobody's making you stay here, and if you want to heckle me, feel free, but just know I'm better than you and I'm going to heckle back. So it's just a matter of everything has a place. There's a lot of people that will change their shit around for a certain room. Like if you're doing a room full of school teachers, you probably won't do certain jokes and stuff, but I don't. I feel like either you're going to like my joke or you're going to hate it, but you're still going to hear it.
Right.
So that's the way I feel about it.
Have you ever like cleared a room before? Like
I know I've walked a couple tables before. We did a show in South Tulsa at Stumbling Monkey. It's a bar my sister works at, and it's a bunch of $100,000 a year people. It's a fancy bar or whatever, and I do a joke in my set about hanging Jesus on the cross and how maybe they just think they were just looking for a new way to make a kite. And these people are like, that's not funny, got up and left. Then Lenny Van Horn was the headliner on that show.
Wait, someone was sensitive about a Jesus joke. That doesn't sound right.
Well, yeah, right. Especially in Oklahoma, right?
Right.
And Lenny Van Horn got up at the end and he goes, I saw these people get up and leave when Rosco told his Jesus joke, and he goes, I think that's ridiculous because I know Jesus would have laughed at that joke because it's funny. Well, first of all, Jesus didn't die for our sins. I'm sick of hearing that. He took 3 days off. He just went to a fucking cave for 3 days. He had a long weekend. Jesus had a long weekend for your sins, kids. So there's what you got. That's my thoughts on Jesus.
Keep in mind, if he did die, he was killed by the state. So
That's
the government
true.
did it.
The Jews did it.
Speaking truth to power, and the Romans, I guess.
So tell me a little bit about what you got coming up, man. What you working on? You know what I'm saying? Just as far as your
I got some shows coming up. Hold on.
Yeah, let us know.
We're February 5th in McAllister at Midnight Riders.
Most down.
The February the 19th at Sepulpa VFW. That'll be a fun show. Lenny Van Horn's headlining that show for us. I was talking about him. And then March 12th, we're at Manford VFW. Katie Styles headlining that show. So that should be fun too.
Definitely sounds like some fire. We need to get back into With All Due Respect live bag, man. We've been taking some time off from that.
Yeah, bro.
I got to get you back out there on that.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be able to still co-host with you, man. It's always a good time.
You've consistently been a part of that show quite a bit, you know what I'm saying? Or just any of the live comedy shows I've done, you know what I mean? They've always been a good time. Last one we did, you force-fed me hella shots. I was faded that whole show. I don't know if I could have did it without you there.
It's fun to get you drunk.
It is fun to get you drunk, except for whenever you you decide to push on me with
It's
my
fun to get
ribs.
you drunk.
I'm fun.
Don't get a ginger drunk, bro. Don't you know?
Bro, he's having
Man.
fun last time.
He gonna steal your soul.
We got to bring them back soon.
I'm a day walker.
I'm thinking about bringing it back sometime in February. I needed to take some time off doing these rap battles and shit. trying to plan and prep all of that has taken a lot of my time. Also, learning the relationship thing again has been, you know what I'm saying, a process. So I'm definitely, you know what I mean, ready to bring those back. You feel me?
Well, you picked a strong woman, man.
Boy, I'm telling you.
You know, you ain't gonna win arguments with her easily.
It's not even about that. It's just, you
Gotta
know, I'm
plan
such
for
a
that.
solo dude. You know what I'm saying? I've been by myself for so long, you know what I'm saying, to where now it's like you have somebody else to, you know what I mean, lend your energies to and things like that.
It's
You
nice
gotta
to have
focus.
that, though.
Yeah, 100%. You know what I'm saying? So trying to adjust and make that focus, you know what I'm saying? I needed to take some time off, man, just to upgrade myself, you know what I mean? So
It's good that you did that, though.
you got to.
Yeah.
You got to. When you got somebody, you know what I mean, around you that's worth your time and worth your energies, you know what I'm saying? You can't help but want to do that, you know. But when you got 5 or 6 shows constantly, you know what I'm saying, sometimes that shit gets distracting. So it's okay to step back and take that time off.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I know Jo well enough to know that she's still organizing shit. I'm sure that has to help you with all
Boy,
your shows and stuff because
she is my behind-the-scenes superstar.
Yeah,
She
man.
helps me piece some of these battles together as of late, you know what I'm saying?
I'm sure.
Her mind's been on it, you know what I mean? That's why it's
She's a
important
thinker,
for me to have her on the camera 24/7. I want the world to know, like, yo, this is my right hand right here. This is the one, you know what I'm saying, helping me build everything.
I'm the same way with Katie, man. I couldn't do what I do without Katie. She's a strong woman,
Mm.
and we're dreamers, you and I, and it's hard to be with a dreamer. You know, they deal with a lot of shit being with us.
100%.
So
Both our ladies are realists. If y'all don't know, if y'all can't piece that up in the conversation.
yeah, because we're both broke fucks.
True
We
indeed.
chase dreams all the time, and that's tough. But thankfully, we have strong women who have good jobs and put up with our shit.
I think that's what I
Way too
love
often.
most about Jo, though, man. Is like, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I got this dream, but she has the blueprint to make it happen.
Yep.
She's the one to be like, okay, dummy, come here and sit down. This is how we piece A and B together.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it helps out a lot. You know what I mean?
Hell, Joe's even been that way with me. You
That's
know,
kind
she's
of
like my little sister.
like
So
what I do with you. You don't put a whole lot of your own shit together, do you?
I am such a. I do.
Joe put my life in order. Kevin, he'll put the shows. I kind of just tell him the vibe, and they'll show me how.
That's
to
what
get
I'm
there.
saying. I'm the.
once again, this goes back to what I was telling you earlier about doing a show. Is you got to have people that if you know you're not good at something, you got to have people in your life that are better at it.
That's
and
what I'm
that's
saying.
what you are.
He's very good at getting the right group of people.
I'm the
together.
He's a big
drive.
picture
You are.
guy.
I'm the drive behind the joint. I'm the Wi-Fi to connect.
He
You know what I'm
knows who
saying? The
to-
one that's like,
That
let's do
hustling
it.
mentality and get
Sure
it
indeed.
done.
And that's what my boy Rosco.
That's what we have
vibes
to
with
do.
me. We hustlers, man. We know how to make that. So that's how I get people like you guys to come in.
Listen, I'll write
come
the
work.
fucking jokes. I'll show up and be funny, but I need other people around me to help organize it. You know what I'm saying?
Big facts, man.
You know, Brad and
Yeah, I
I are
wouldn't-
partners doing this shit, and it's a lot of work. But it's actually Brad, I, and Katie because behind the scenes she's doing a lot of work too.
Right.
You know,
What
she
they
makes
call
all
that
the
shit?
posters and shit.
I'm the fucking the conductor.
The orchestrator.
You know, the
Conductor,
orchestrator.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what we play. That's
Yeah,
our
the
role.
conductor.
We're the coach. Y'all are the players. You know what I'm saying? We just piece it together. But
You want to hear some new jokes?
if you want to run them on the show, yeah,
I
feel
don't run
free.
them on the show. I don't give a fuck.
Run it.
My last woman had big tits and no ass.
Mm-hmm.
My current woman has no tits and a big ass. I'm thinking next, probably a dude.
I fucks with you.
I've been exploring my kinks lately. My newest one is FinDom. Are you familiar with FinDom? That's financial domination. That's where you have a woman drain your bank account and it gets you off, turns you on. But I just call it alimony.
That's horrible.
They say robots are taking over all of our jobs, but we've had dildos for 90 years. I really enjoy a dildo doing my job for me. Kind of like to watch that. Let's see what else we got here. I don't know how to make meth, but I do know the ingredients for meth. That's all the shit that's locked up behind the counter at Dollar General's down here in your part of town.
Let's go.
That's all the ingredients for meth right there.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
it, man. I like it. Yeah, I ain't got to hear none of your new shit really. Like I said, I caught a little bit of it at the Hunt Club when we popped out. I feel like how'd you think I did that day, man? You know what I'm saying? Do you remember? Did you get to catch my
Yeah,
set?
you were funny. Yeah,
I thought it
I
worked.
hosted that.
That
Yeah,
was
that's whenever Devo and Zach both had COVID.
True indeed. Shout out to Peter Cheeks. He was there. That Joker, I was really nervous to get up there and work because I hadn't memorized any of it. But I felt like even with it not being memorized, you know what I'm saying?
I appreciated you guys coming out because you guys don't hit the mics too often. So
We
it was
don't.
fun.
I used to hit them 24/7, man. But like I said, shit's just taking my time right now. I'm gonna get back in the mic scene eventually. It's like I tackle one task at a time, man. So right now my focus has been the battle rap shit. You know what I'm saying? Podcasting, that shit remains. You know what I mean? That's too easy for me to do. But right now I'm
We've
focused
got
on.
that on autopilot.
Yeah. Man, I done what episode we on? 270 something. Like
Damn.
this shit for me is
How many
too
on
easy.
video now?
10.
Maybe a dozen.
Double digits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 or 12 maybe.
That's what I heard. Like I think they think we just started a new podcast, and that's when they
Well,
look
the
at it.
video makes a big difference nowadays. Like, I think ever since, particularly the pandemic, you almost have to have a video. There's some podcasts out there that have just gone fucking atmospheric.
That's the
They're so
only way
fucking
I
busy.
see podcasts now. Like on YouTube, like
Oh, yeah.
Steve-O, lately I haven't seen clips.
I ain't
of
never
his
seen his
stuff,
shit.
And then the Mike Tyson. And
Steve-O's is good.
used to
Steve-O's
watch
well read.
Joe Rogan and stuff.
Shout out to Joe.
And
Mike
He's
Tyson
getting
shit fire
canceled.
too. I've been on a Mike Tyson
Hot
kick.
boxing.
Joey Diaz. I used to watch.
Joey's Joint. That's the
but-
new one.
Listen, cocksuckers.
I just
I
started
love
watching.
Joey
Mike
Diaz.
Tyson is fun because every once in a while somebody will be teasing Mike and they'll go a little too far. Like
I'll knock you the fuck out.
He'll
they'll
kill
forget
you,
that
bro.
They're sitting with a killer.
Yeah.
He'll like remind them sometimes. He's like, no. He's like, you did take it a little too far. You did piss me off, and you are in danger.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Mike though, man, because he's sweet. You know what I'm saying? He tries
Most
so
of the time,
hard
yeah.
to
Most of
contain
the
his
time.
shit, bro. And then y'all.
Here's my
He
thing
is
with-
now.
Here's my thing on Mike is that he's just really stupid. Like, he's just really not smart at all. I don't even think he's high school educated. I don't even think
I
he
don't
graduated
think
high
so.
school.
You ain't gotta be when you could beat the shit out of
Yeah,
anybody.
but that's his
He's-
problem, is that he got by with his fists
I
his
don't
whole
think he's
life.
super educated. I don't think he's stupid. I think there's
Because that man's
difference.
experience in life, like
Now that he's older.
Well,
Yeah,
He's
and,
done some
well,
shit, bro.
He had one of the, very strange, I mean, where his most, like in his 20s and his young days and stuff was all just huge fame and
yeah, Don King took all his money. And,
everything.
Sure.
And, yeah, I mean, he didn't have that time to like mature until he got older to reflect on things,
I think
Yeah.
Joe Rogan needs to put Roscoe's theory to the test. You know what I'm saying? Next time he brings Mike, so what are your thoughts on quantum physics? See if Mike gets mad. You know what I'm saying? See how he respond. I'll fucking knock you out, Joe. You know what I mean? Shout out to Mike Tyson. Me and Joe been binging Mike Tyson's adventures, bro.
I haven't
good
seen
show.
that podcast. You know me, man. I stick to my comedy stuff. Tuesdays with Stories is really good. There's a really good one out now that is called Are You Garbage?
Oh.
I don't know if
You've
you
been
guys
telling me
heard of
about that
but
for a
it's
minute.
fucking hilarious, man. It's just these two comedians from Pennsylvania, and they just have all these other comedians on, and they just talk about stuff that whether it makes you classy or a piece of trash, like your upbringing and stuff. Lots of different questions that they ask every time, but it's super fun. But those guys started that podcast right at the beginning of the pandemic, and now they're making like $30,000 a month because of Patreon.
Oh
crazy.
shit, bro.
What's going on with Mike and Stool, man? We got to talk about Mike and Stool while we're here.
I don't have any new information on Mike and Stool right now because when we lost our
Studio.
recording studio, I guess, we haven't been able to make anything else. But what we need to talk about is old school, new school.
Our podcast. Let me give him a little bit of background on because that's where I was going next. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for stealing my segue. We're going to that next. But wait, there's more.
But wait,
Mike and Stool, man. It's the behind the scenes, basically the baseball podcast for stand up comedy. How
that's
do you
right.
describe it?
Inside baseball of comedy. It's we kind of just talk about our journey in comedy and what it's like to do what we do, from open mics to booking shows to dealing with the drama in the comedy community. It's fun.
It's a really, from my perspective, it's a really interesting podcast because I get to play the listener. I was recording,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, y'all show for a good minute.
You were on the ones and twos.
The ones and twos, King Castro X rocking that shit. You know what I'm saying? I got to play the young guy, I feel, a lot in the episodes because I'd only say, every now I'd say some shit on the mic.
Well, let's
but-
be honest here. I'm 41 years old, but Brad acts like he's 52.
Yeah.
So
Same with Landry, though. Landry young, but that motherfucker act grown. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that a lot of that has to do with Landry's upbringing. If you didn't know it, he was raised by his grandparents. So I think that's part of it. I'm pretty sure they're both passed on. But, he basically was raised by people in their 60s, so that will make
I knew
you
somebody
be
like
older.
that.
And then McPherson's just fucking Mormon or Jehovah's Witness.
Same difference.
Yeah, so I mean,
Just without the magic
That's why
underwear.
he is the way he is. You
Now,
know what I'm
Mormons
saying?
can celebrate birthdays and Christmas. Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah, but Mormons can't have
Wow.
caffeine, so
That's
fuck
true.
that.
Oh wait, Jehovah's Witnesses may have caffeine?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they
Can't
can't
have
have
a beard.
caffeine, but no birthday cake.
No beards.
I've been watching a lot of cult shit. That's my segue to that. You know what I mean? All right, now we're off of that. I was saying that Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses are cult-like.
Well, so is Christianity.
Yeah.
So is Christianity. I don't understand. Where's the joke?
That's what that was. Old school, new school. You want to talk to him about that?
Yeah, talk to him about it. We're supposed to be doing a fucking podcast.
We're supposed to be
and
working
your
on
ass
it.
is always too
Roscoe's
busy.
bullshitting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Roscoe's bullshitting.
We ain't had time to get together. Where you want to record? You want to record it right here?
Yeah, whatever. I don't care. We need to do it though.
I agree.
Yeah, we've been talking about doing a podcast for a long time. Old school, new school, just talking about life. I think. I think that's kind of what we decided.
We're probably just gonna end up shooting the shit. You know what I'm saying? Just talking.
Well, maybe, but I think we should come up with a topic every time.
I agree.
So, if you didn't come up with a topic, we will just end up talking about wrestling or something stupid.
You were wrestling. You were a wrestler too.
I was.
We both did pro wrestling.
Fuck, for real?
Yeah. You can see Roscoe.
I can see
99.
you doing it.
Yeah.
Did you wear a mask or some shit?
No.
Big Roscoe. What inspired that? What made that dream?
Man, I was just really into pro wrestling in high school and shit. I just loved it.
It's fire. It was fire in those
Yeah,
times.
we had a great time. And then,
90s was the era for that shit. You
What?
know the 90s.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, the Attitude era of WWF.
Shout
Because it was
out
still WWF at that point in time.
Sean Dean tell Peta. Peta came through and fucking wrecked it, and then they took WWF.
It wasn't PETA.
I was like,
It
what?
was the World Wildlife Federation.
The animal people.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense now.
Yeah, they owned WWF and sued them, and they won.
That took me a fucking minute.
I didn't know one.
R.I.P.
I remember it changing
WWF.
when I was a kid, but I didn't watch wrestling really.
I didn't either,
Well,
bro.
you guys are all young.
I've watched wrestling. I don't know what the fuck
No.
y'all talking about.
I'm 34.
You guys are all young.
Real men watch wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
I don't watch it anymore. I
Well,
don't
fuck,
have
I guess
time.
I'm a little boy then.
Yeah, I
Shit.
don't-
You didn't watch
We
wrestling
were
when
some
you were a
boys.
kid? You didn't watch wrestling when you were a kid?
No, I grew up in like I went to private school and stuff, bro. Like I wasn't allowed
Oh,
to
you
do
look
shit.
like you went to private school.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
For
why.
sure, yeah.
Y'all
Where would you go?
I went to Victory. Well, I went to Metro Victory.
So I used to play basketball in high school, and you guys had a kid at Victory named Kalena Azabuki,
So
who
it's
went
cool.
on to play in the NBA, played at Kentucky, and I was at a basketball, it was like where college coaches would come and watch you play.
Scouts.
They were coming, they were scouting you out, and it was in the summer at ORU, and that you came in and you got a number, and then they drafted numbers for what team you were on. So I ended up being on the same team as Kalena, and he was like he was probably a sophomore when I was a senior, so he was a bit younger, and I remember we're playing one of our games, and Kelvin Sampson was the coach at OU at the time, and he's watching the game, and I could see him over there. And I get the ball at the top of the key, and I see Kalena cut baseline. So I threw the ball over my shoulder, I ooped it to him, and he grabbed it and dunked it, and his mom was sitting under the stands, and she was like, "Oh, good pass, fat white boy." That's one of my
what's
favorite
up.
stories.
You plugged up your shows already. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? You want to plug up social media, anything like that?
You find me at Roscoe's Comic on Facebook. That's it, man. I don't do
Roscoe.
Instagram. I don't do TikTok.
Gavin?
Like, comment, subscribe, do all the good things.
Do that. With all
Hit
due
us up.
respect.
What do you got? What platforms?
With all due respect, broadcasting on YouTube. With all due respect, 001 on Instagram. With all due respect, presents on Facebook. Yo, check out Red Beard Productions. Shout out my man Kevin Douglas. You know what I mean? The man behind the cam, doing
The
the
real
motherfucking
KD.
thing. The real KD. What do we got coming up, ladies and gentlemen? Right around the corner, January 29th, man. With all due respect, Rap Battle League coming back at y'all, man, with the Pressure Battle Rap event. I'm really excited with this event, man.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. at the Pressure Barbershop. I'm really excited for this event, man, because, you know what I'm saying, there's going to be a lot of our newer battlers to the league, so I'm ready to see how everybody does. Cepeda Cheek, Sam Price, second most exciting battle of the card, you know what I'm saying? Trey
be
Boogie from the
interesting.
Connects, that boy Lineage. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot coming on that card. It's gonna be absolutely nuts. We got some other battle rap cards coming to y'all soon, man. With all due respect.
I got one more thing though. Hold on. Also that night, when you're done at the battle rap contest, I don't battle rap.
You ugly.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. JB Watkins is leaving us to go to Chicago. We're having a roast for JB Watkins at 10 o'clock on the 29th at 10 Dog Saloon, 33rd and Harvard. Come through, watch us make fun of JB. Love on him because he's leaving us.
It's gonna be crazy. Pop out to that for sure.
It's my best buddy, man.
Who all's on the roast?
Anybody that wants to be, really. I'm not putting out any names. I'm just hosting it. But I plan on burning that fucker down.
Most def. He needs it.
So we're about to shoot a show with Kid Dupree, and who else?
That's gonna be the next episode. Yes, sir. Coming
Kid
up.
Dupree and who else?
Cali Poetic.
So that'll be on next week. after you
Yes.
see this one.
Stay tuned. Anyway, y'all, we got a lot of things coming, man. Stay tuned. This has been the With All Due Respect podcast, where we express our truest thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And for those of you that don't like it, with all due respect. Hey, yo, check out the Okie podcast, too. Yeah, with all due respect, fuck you. And we out.
Yes,
sir.
For ramen Castro, beat it to a thick booty bad bitch. She'll fucking kill me if I try to feed her cabbage. Pussy fried catfish. I'ma hit them boys with Mandalorian.